Do you feel work is deeply draining even though you love your job? Welcome to Nurture Our Nature. I'm Hilke and I'm a holistic counselor and wellness coach. And I see a lot of wonderful, highly sensitive women, and some of my clients are neurodivergent as well. And one common theme is that many of them are very capable, they love their job, but they just get frustrated because it is so draining to them. And it's not as if there's anything wrong with them. So it's so easy to think, why does everyone else do this just with a smile on their face, and why do I'm just zonked after every day at work? And of course it is because as a highly sensitive person, you are dealing with so much more than many of your colleagues. So all the noise, the constant emails, the meetings, the people, the socializing that comes with it, and then you're concentrating on your job as well. All these sensory items is something that you're dealing with on top of your workload. So no matter how good you are at your job, you will always have this extra layer that many of your colleagues do not have to deal with. And of course, that can be frustrating. But there are many little things that you can do to help yourself. So, one of them is boundaries. So, look at your workday, look at the aspects that are most draining to you, and see where you can put in a little full stop. Like, where are you being taken advantage of? So, many highly sensitive women are very perfectionist. We always want to do our best, and also there can be a lot of people pleasing going on there. And of course, it's always the other people we're pleasing and not ourselves. So, having a little look at how you're doing your work, because on top of it being harder for you due to being highly sensitive or maybe neurodivergent, it might also be harder because you are perfectionist and you are doing the job to a much higher standard than everyone else. So that is also a common trait. Many neurodivergent women, many highly sensitive women have felt for a long time that they are somehow wrong, and they sort of try and catch up to that. Like, one coping mechanism is work harder, do it better, and put a little cherry on top. And of course, that is extra energy. Your boss might appreciate it, but your nervous system won't. And in the long run, of course, it can definitely lead to burnout and yeah, just everything crashing down, right? So the other thing is the people pleasing, whereas you probably do things by yourself to a high standard. Other people don't. Other people know that you will come to their rescue and that you will help them out if necessary, even if your own plate is already stacked so high. So, taking a step back and assessing your boundaries. Where can you just put in a small line in the sand for yourself? You don't have to tell anyone else about it, and just remind yourself of that throughout the day, throughout your work week, to then say, okay, I shall stop here. 80% is good enough. So maybe everyone else operates at 60% and 80% is great for them. You operate at 90% and aren't really happy with yourself unless it's 100. And no one can give 100% all of the time. At least no one I have met yet or heard of yet. Maybe you can. No. Sorry. And so the first little thing you can do is setting some boundaries for yourself. Start small. Second step, breaks. build in some breaks for yourself. Take the breaks that are your due, but also take tiny little breaks. Take movement breaks. Maybe go to the toilet and do a bit of a stretch, or do a stretch at your desk. Taking 3 deep, long breaths is already a tiny bit of a break, a little bit of a reset for your nervous system. And you're gonna have to do this consciously, because if you just think, oh yeah, I'm gonna take breaks, it'll never happen. You might do it once or twice, you'll get too busy. So this is another thing that's good to plan out and just take it step by step. Make them small, make them doable and realistic, fit for yourself and your job. Like maybe go and make yourself a cup of herbal tea, something like that. So that's boundaries and breaks. And the third one is buffers. Sorry, I'm very pleased with my alliteration: boundaries, breaks, and buffers. At least that means I can remember them. The buffers is creating a buffer between you and work. So what's happening with many deep thinking women, deep feeling women, is from the moment they wake, they think about work already. After they finish work, they take work home with them. So create a little ritual, create a buffer. So when you're home, maybe, or if you're working from home, you're going to have to say, unless you're in your office, that's your time. And sort of create a physical barrier. And before that time, you signal to yourself in whichever way that works for you. If you need help with any of this, I'm very happy to help you out. And you create a buffer so that your time is yours. And then when you're driving to work, and you can do this working at home, you can take a 5-minute walk around the block after breakfast, or whatever your routine is after taking the kids to school. That's your commute. And during that, you gear your nervous system up for work. You are allowed to think about work. That's you going to work. And then after work, take the same buffer, process. And if you can't process quickly enough, do take some time. Set up a ritual. You can do a 5-minute journaling download about your day, and then stop. And that is it. Until the next morning, you don't get to think of work again or worry about it. This won't be perfect. This won't happen at once, but it is a way in which you can tone down the work stress. Now, I have another video on burnout, which I'll link to here. I should have linked to that at the start, sorry. But yeah, if you would like to learn more, you can check out my other videos, or you can book a free call with me and we can chat about this. If you're ready for more, book a session. I'll be there for you, and we will work it out together and see how you can make work less stressful and not have it bleed into the rest of your life so much, so that you can love your job again, if you do, at least not dread it. And if you like this, found it useful, please like and subscribe. I would be very happy about that. And yeah, you would get my regular updates. Take care. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.